Hello, every pony, and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Because I'm getting into Persona 4, and there needs to be a Persona fanfic on this site, so let's do some GH and Nakaselli. Here's Happily Ever After, from the Treeberry Memorial Library is proud to present by Clola Dreams. Happily Ever After by Clola Dreams. Amaki Yukio likes to think back on the past and laugh. She laughs at the concept of princess that she admired as a child. Even now, she still admires it, but she doesn't look at it the same way she used to anymore. Not after things she's been through, on the day she confronted her shadow. She recalls the memories she was forced to remember, the very same ones that traumatized her and her friend, Satanaka Chie. Despite how often she tried to convince herself otherwise, the relationship hadn't been the same since. In their attempts to avoid a repeat of the past, the relationship took an unhealthy turn, and both she and Chie suffered in silence. It was honestly a miracle that they lasted so long without falling apart. It almost did, there's no denying that. Yukio's not too proud about that, but it's something she has to live with. She wants to learn from her mistakes in order to avoid making them again. No, how she wants to avoid making them again. Because the idea of being so oblivious to TA's suffering is something she doesn't want to experience again. Once was enough. She finds herself thinking as her index finger delicately traces the scars on TA's right wrist. Some scars are old and faded, but her attention is on the ones that look far too new in comparison. Yukio finds comfort in the promise TA made with her. Promise TA had been keeping, and so from the fact that it's been some time since she last hurt herself. The cuts are healing nicely, though they'll definitely leave scars. They always do, TA says, revealing the knowledge from it she has from experience. Something she admits was saying, but Yukio doesn't care, because that's all in the past. This is now. Yukio wants to focus on that as he presses soft kisses against TA's wrists. Of course, she knows better to ignore the past. That's something she and TA want to sweep under the rug. They're better than that. Well, that's why they talk about it, despite how much it hurts. It hurts so much that it's almost unbearable. That's when Yukio finds it hurts a lot less when she entwines her fingers with TA's. She focuses on the warmth TA's presence gives off. Feels something well up in her entire chest. It's warm and fuzzy and feels nice just to hold hands with TA. Not a feeling Yukio can replicate with anyone else. She experiments out of curiosity and finds it's just not the same with you. She avoids experimenting anymore after that. She finds it's not worth it with how awkward things get. It's never been like that with TA, however. She gets embarrassed so easily, but she doesn't pull away. Instead, she gives Yukio's hand a gentle, yet hesitant squeeze. Her face lights up with a blush when Yukio procreates the squeeze with one of her own. She bursts into a fit of giggles, because it's just so funny to her. Chie doesn't think it's so funny. She doesn't say anything because Yukio's far too gone. She'll have to wait when Yukio calms down, which might take a while. Chie finds she doesn't mind. Despite how she acts, Chie likes it when Yukio laughs. Something so endearing about it, because Yukio's being herself. There's nothing stopping her. Caught by her thoughts, Yukio manages to catch Chie by surprise, while she suddenly pulls her in for a hug. Their bodies are so closely together, Chie can feel every movement Yukio makes when she laughs. It's strange, but also rather nice. Just as Chie thinks he can use it as Yukio finally calms down. Done laughing, you dork! Chie tries to make light of the situation. Yukio pauses for a moment before a smile forms on her lips. Hey, Chie? I can feel a heart pounding. Yukio, what the heck? For a second time, Yukio catches Chie by surprise. Not a comment she expects, and a part of her wants to pull away from Yukio. But Yukio chooses that moment to gently tighten her hold on Chie. It's nice, Yukio says. Hey, do you mind if we stay like this? Chie feels like saying no, but chooses not to. Instead, he decides, sure. Time passes slowly with the way they are, pressed together so warmly and comfortably. They fight each other many times over the years. Right now, there's something different about this time. Chie doesn't know what it is, but she doesn't care. She feels so safe in Yukio's arms. She wants to stay like this for as long as they can. Yukio smiles when she finds Chie had fallen asleep. She almost wants to laugh, but she refrains from doing so. She doesn't want to wake Chie up. Even her own legs are starting to fall asleep. It's worth it, honestly, being able to hold Chie like this. She can feel Chie's heartbeat against her chest. It's really nice, because it reminds her Chie is alive. Thank you for being alive, she whispers, feeling somewhat choked up. She really is so glad that Chie stuck around this long. She wants it to stay like that. Soon, she falls asleep, and when she and Chie wake up the next day, they're a tangle of limbs. It's somewhat embarrassing, but Yukio finds herself laughing. She laughs and laughs while Chie stares at her friend with blurry eyes. She's not much of a morning person, but for some reason, she finds she can't get mad. Instead, she laughs, because Yukio's laughter is especially contagious this morning. They lean against each other afterwards, taking a moment to enjoy each other's presence. Chie hesitates for a moment when a thought pops up in her mind. She considers ignoring it, but she doesn't. Her hand closes the small distance between her and Yukio, fingers entwining with her each other's afterwards. Hey, Chie? Yukio's voice is soft. Yeah? Thank you for everything. Yukio gives Chie's hand a gentle squeeze. Chie feels her face heat up with a blush. She swears her heart does skip a beat. When she turns to look at Yukio, she is surprised when a pair of soft lips presses against hers. The world stops for such a brief moment, and all too suddenly her face feels like it's on fire. Her heart feels like it's about to burst from how fast it's beating. An incoherent string of words leaves her mouth as she struggles to comprehend what had just happened. While hearing Yukio's laughter, Chie covers her face with both hands. Don't look at me, she stutters. Yukio smiles softly at Chie. Very gently, she pulls Chie's hands off her face and presses her forehead against hers. It's okay, Chie. There's no need to be shy. You're so embarrassing! Chie wonders if the reason that Yukio is like this is the ungodly amount of shoujo manga she's read over the years. Certainly feels like she's playing out a scene from one of them. You're so cute, you know. Yukio meets it with her heart. Hey, Chie? Chie tries to avert her eyes, but finds herself staring into Yukio's eyes. I love you. Yukio's face burns brightly with a blush and sends out her pale skin. Heat radiates from her face like a fire as he places a small kiss on Chie's nose. I love your nose. Chie had never been a fan of the heat, especially after attaining a persona. But she finds that she particularly doesn't mind if it's like this. She still smiles so widely, her cheeks hurt. Your scars, she says so softly, thumbs gently rubbing over Chie's scars. Everything about you, the way you exist, I love. I just want you to know that. Did you get that off a shoujo manga? Chie can't help but ask. Yukio blinks twice and giggles. Maybe, but I can't mean it. I know you do, you big goofball. Chie laughs. Guess that's what I love about you. Hey, do you mind? Yukio cuts off Chie with another kiss. They pull apart this time. Chie doesn't hide her face. She laughs as tears well up her eyes. Thank you. It's nothing, Yukio says. She's happy with the way things are. It's not anything she expected to happen. Someone who grew up reading fairy tales. She supposes that not all princes are handsome young men. Sometimes they're cute girls like Chie. And she's fine with that. Short, sweet, to the point. I so do love a good Yuri, don't you? One down, thousands to go. See you next time.